Hi friends, welcome to my video. In this video, we will be using Euclid's division lemma for expressing various integers in different forms. Let us start with one simple example to show that any positive odd integer can be expressed as 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. In this question, we have to pay important attention to the kind of integer which we have to express, whether it is a positive odd integer, whether it is a positive even integer or a normal simple integer, whether it is a square of an integer, whether it is a cube of an integer. We will discuss different examples, but first we are considering a simple example which is an positive odd integer. Let us look at the solution of this question. There are some common point or common methods or common steps which will be applying in similar type of questions. So first is representing this positive odd integer by an alphabet or by a symbol. So let a be any positive odd integer. That will be our first step. Second step, we have to assume our divisor. We have to apply Euclid's division lemma. For applying Euclid's division lemma, as you all know, Euclid's division lemma is A equals to BQ plus R, where A represents the dividend, B represents the divisor, Q represents the quotient, and R represents the remainder. So here we have to assume B, and what all values we can assign to B. The value which we are going to assign to B will totally depend on the form in which we have to express the integer. Here we have to express a positive odd integer in the form of 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. So you can very well see that 4 is a number in both this form. So we'll take our divisor as 4. Then by Euclid's division lemma, we can state that A is equal to 4q plus R. Here remainder is related to the divisor, which is 4 in our case. So remainder can be greater than or equal to 0 but less than 4. The exact value of remainder can be known if we know the dividend. Here the dividend A is unknown. We are not knowing the exact value of the dividend. We only know that the dividend is a positive odd integer. So R can have different values. Here there are 4 different values R can take. R cannot have values other than these 4 values, and these values are namely 0, 1, 2 and 3. So we will check whether all these 4 values of the remainder are acceptable or unacceptable. Why I am saying this? Because if a remainder is such that our integer is a even integer, then that value cannot be accepted. It will only be accepted, the value of the remainder will only be accepted for which the integer is an confirmed odd integer. So let us consider the different cases. In case 1, we'll take r equals to 0. So our expression a is equal to 4q, and as you all see, it can be further expressed as 2 into 2. Why I am writing this expression in the form of 2 into 2q? As you all know, how can we decide whether an integer is an even or odd? By checking its divisibility by 2. If an integer has 2 as its factor, then the number is even. If it doesn't have 2 as its factor, then it is an odd. So here there is a 2 as a common factor for this integer, so this value of the remainder is not acceptable since it is even, but our integer given is positive odd integer. So r is equal to 0, which is equal to a is equal to 4q, is not acceptable. Similarly, we will consider the second case, r equals to 1. Here, if we take r equals to 1, the expression a becomes 4q plus 1. Now there is no 2 as a common factor, So this value is acceptable since this expression is a confirmed odd expression. Now in case 3, we will proceed as we have done in the previous two cases. We'll try to check whether there is 2 as a common factor for the expression or not. In case 3, when r is equal to 2, we have a common factor 2. So this expression again is an even expression and it is not acceptable because our integer is an odd integer. Now in the case 4, when r equals to 3, expression becomes 4q plus 3. It is acceptable since our expression is an confirmed odd expression. You have been given with the solution of this question in NCERT textbook also, but many of you will be unable to understand many steps in that solution because it is written in a very short and crisp manner. There are many steps which are common in such type of numericals. For example, the first step, which is this one, assuming the given integer, is common for all this such type of question. Second, taking the divisor. Here, mind it, you have to assume the divisor, but the value of the divisor you choose will depend on the question. Then applying the Euclid's division lemma, then having the various options for your remainder, then applying the different cases. These are the 5 common steps in which you will solve such type of question, and we will once again see another level of such type question in which we will express the square of an integer and a cube of an integer in various forms. If you have any doubt, please let me know, and thank you for watching my video.